This segment is sponsored by Elevate Springfield. On today's Make It Happen Monday with Robert Farrell, we discuss local community member Emily Lewis and how she is elevating Springfield through the rail yard. Check it out. We are back with your Make It Happen Monday with Robert Farrell. Robert, happy Monday and happy Elevate Springfield. We have a new guest this week on the podcast.
Absolutely, ready to make it happen. Yeah, Emily Lewis. A lot of folks know her from Three Twigs. They closed that business down here recently, but they started up the rail yard, her and her husband Tim. So great story today that we dropped on Elevate Springfield.
And what are some of the things within the podcast that are discussed today? You mentioned a couple things like great team, family, but go into more depth for us.
Yeah, so absolutely. She is very faith-oriented, so she talks a lot about how her faith impacted her business decisions. And she is very family-oriented as well, and she brings that into her team environment, the folks that work at the rail yard as well. And when she talks about experiences a lot, creating those curated experiences, you know, here in Springfield, I think it's very important that we have places where we can just go and connect, and that's what they've really created between what they had at Three Twigs and now what they have at the rail yard.
And for some people who may not have heard of the rail yard yet, explain a little bit more about how important this is for our community and the work that Emily is doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's basically an outdoor food court. So they've got a number of different restaurants, some of which folks will know out there. Places like the stadium is out there, El Dorado. The meatball guy is Tim, Emily's husband. He brings some of the
Emily's
husband? Absolutely.
Okay.
So there's a number of different restaurants there. So it's really a place where people can go find a lot of different local eats. They have bands there. They have a lot of different trivia nights, things like that. So it's a great place for people to, whether you're a foodie, whether you want to go and have some drinks at their Drinking Well bar, or just sit and hang out with folks there.
And what were a couple of the key points that Emily speaks about in today's podcast that the viewers can take?
You know, one of the biggest things is going all in, and I think that's something we can take in our personal and professional lives. She tells a story about when they closed down Three Twigs and they were transitioning to the rail yard. Right before they opened the rail yard, they were basically down to eating box mac and cheese.
That's
right?
Crazy.
So, and it's because they put everything into this new endeavor. They went all in, and I think many of us don't go all in.
If you want to do something, you have to go all in.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would encourage everybody out there, find places in your life, either personally or professionally, where you can go all in for your family, you can go all in for your clients, you can go all in for your business, because we can be exceptional in all these areas. We just have to put time and dedication to it.
Well, Robert, where can people head over, listen to the podcast for today, and just catch up with all the stuff you're doing with your 10X coaching? And every week, it's a new podcast episode every Monday.
Absolutely. You can get all the information over at bigdogbc.com or robertfarrell.com, or, of course, any of the social channels.
Great. I will link everything on newschannel20.com, robertfarrell.com. Head over there, listen to today's podcast with Emily Lewis, and just continue to check out all the amazing things that Robert is doing for our community. Robert, thank you.
Thank you. Let's make it happen.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to watch more segments from Marketplace on News Channel 20.